Welcome back, dear viewers, to the studio of Hala Kuwait. Well, definitely, today's topic is very important, and I can't wait to share, with you, dear viewers, and of course with our esteemed guest, the information regarding this year's resolution. Well, welcome with me, Danah Alkhashan, self-mastery coach, and welcome to the studio, and we hope that you will enjoy your time here with us.
Inshallah, and Happy New Year for everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone, definitely. All right, so, new year, so new improvements. New everything, hopefully better us in the upcoming days and months. So let's begin with what are the most effective ways to set realistic and meaningful New Year resolution, if you know what I'm...
I feel, first of all, it's a pressurized time where everybody feels that urge to I need to start again from scratch, from zero, and I need to fill a long list of new goals for the year ahead. For me, I don't really follow the kind of technique often people use, the SMART goals, because most of the time these goals comes from the mind. So it's like sitting down, okay, what do I want this year? But instead of feeling into the goals and setting intentions after reflecting on the past year. So it's really important to take into consideration reflection of the past year first, and then feel into what is wanting to emerge through you for the next year. Instead of thinking of your goals, how about we change that method and we feel into our goals? So what are things that are really important for me, really aligned with the path I'm I've taken? And what does really align with my vision of life, instead of following the trends or following social media and all the pressure out there, but really set an intention, sit with yourself, reflect first, and then see for yourself what wants to emerge in 2026. And it doesn't have to be a big grand goal every single time. Yes, they usually say 50% of your goals should scare you, but for me, that's for the long run. It doesn't have to be every single year that I have a very big goal sets for the year ahead.
Definitely. So, and like what I always say, I mean, even the smallest details matter. Through the whole long run and journey. It will matter over time, right? And the same urge that we get every Sunday we're going back to gym, it's the same thing every year.
It never happens.
It never happens. I think if you want to start something, you have to start right now. This is the correct way of it. All right, so you mentioned something about, last year. So actually, how can we let go of last year's failure and avoid carrying that negativity into the new year, if you will?
Personally, I don't believe in failures. I believe in redirection. So every failure, if you want to call it a failure, it's a redirection, because whatever wasn't meant to happen won't happen. And if you keep forcing it, you're not benefiting yourself or the people around you. So if something did not follow your plan, or you did not achieve in the best way you imagined or expected, I want you to rest assured that this is just a redirection to something else. So a different way, or a different path, or a different goal, or a different intention. So take that as information instead of taking it as failure and going into that rabbit hole of self-sabotaging and believing you are a failure. So don't believe your mind stories around failures. So just a perspective change would help you a lot in taking that information and then implementing it for the next year or for the year ahead, and see in what area you can change, what habits or mindsets or relationships you can change, so you can reach that vision you want, or life is trying to present a different version of that vision for you.
And definitely also, without mistakes, we won't be able to learn, right?
Of course,
you learn through the mistakes that
These are learning opportunities. So I wouldn't call them failures or even that negative energy. But if you have that, negative, you're feeling that negative energy with you moving into 2026, I really want you to sit with yourself and again, reflect on how is this redirecting you to a different path, and try to shift your perspective, taking it as just facts. These things happened in this way. What can I change so I can improve, or I can pivot or redirect myself?
That's really quite a good way to improve. And now, as you can see, we have here a box on the screen with some New Year, New Me. This is what we talked about this previously.
Yeah, I don't
we
follow that.
Yeah, we don't go by new me. It's better, I would
Yeah.
say me. It's going to be better. So basically, through these pictures, I guess, I don't know, people would motivate themselves or something, like through the posting on social media,
Yeah.
you know. So basically, build a strong mindset and all the kind of stuff that helps you improve over time. Now, let's talk about the strategies. Since people put goals, people put strategies. So what strategies help balance the goal setting across different life fields such as career, family, self-care, you know, all of these things?
I would say we kind of overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year. So we often sit at the beginning of each year and we have a big, long list of goals across all areas of life. But by the end of like first quarter or mid-year or end of year, we see that we haven't really had the time to go through a lot of these goals because we overestimate what we can achieve in 365 days. So I would say, and this is also something I'm guilty of, I used to fall into that trap of trying to balance all areas in the same period of time. So it is okay to focus on one area, 2 areas per year. That's fine. If you want to focus on family this year, you know, I want to improve my relationships with my family, my home, parents, kids, whatever.
So, but what about priorities? Do we have priorities in terms of like fixing one thing at a time?
First and foremost, if you know your values, it will be easy for you to know your priorities. And again, it's okay for those priorities to change during the year. So you don't have to have 6, 7 goals across all areas of life for this year. If what's trying to emerge through you is like focusing on your health for this year, focus on that, prioritize that if it's a value for you. And you can choose 1, 2, 3 areas to focus on and then move forward. Maybe throughout the days, throughout the months, those goals shifts or those priorities shifts, and that's fine because life happens to all of us. Sometimes work demands is higher, sometimes family demands are higher. So you need to have that adaptability or adaptable mindset to follow along with the year without resisting what's trying to emerge or resisting, you know, whatever life presents you.
Definitely, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well said. All right, so how can I stay motivated, you know, throughout the year when progress feels slow or setbacks happen? Like sometimes, you know, let's say I decided to go to gym and then I catch cold and then I stay at home and setback after setback. It's gonna put me down. So how can I like, you know, go with it?
That's fine. I want really people to understand that it is okay to slow down, to fall off track and get back. It's okay to shift and pivot and redirect. If something happened, a challenge or a setback, it's okay as long as you get back up as soon as possible. Without, if something happened and you went down that rabbit hole of self-sabotaging and blaming yourself, blaming your circumstances, blaming life in general, then you will feel down for a long period of time. You might not even get back on track. But if you really thought of these challenges, these setbacks as part of the journey, then it's fine. You'll have self-compassion for yourself and it's okay. You can always get back on track. That's fine. And I really do believe that also life comes in seasons. So as nature goes in seasons, we're also part of nature. So, and we also go through seasons, whether yearly, quarterly, or even monthly for women. So there are seasons in life where I need rest and restoration and regeneration. And there are seasons in life where, you know, think summer, you know, achievement, excitement, new project, new stuff. Think autumn, where people usually like shed and release and let go of things, reflect. So I really liked that approach where we follow the seasons of nature and also seasons of life. So if this season for life is calling you to like reflect and hermit and sit back and have more solitude time, do that. If it's a season of life where you're feeling that urge to like move and create and start new things and go ahead, do that. So really listen to the seasons of life and really listen to your internal states throughout the journey. It's not about just New Year resolutions, not about just a year, but this is for a lifetime. And yeah, again, it's life, it's normal. We have setbacks and we get back. That's fine. That's part of the journey. Try to embrace it and try to enjoy it. And when life tells you, one way or another, to slow down, please listen and slow down. Whether that's sickness, whether that's setback, a challenge, hardship, life is telling you to slow down. So we really need to slow down, because in this fast-paced world, that's what we need the most. Yeah.
Well said. Well said. That was
Thank
really,
you.
really nice. And you know, a lot of things now came to my mind, and you know, it makes sense. Definitely, it makes sense. And the seasons, that how you said everything.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
Thank you.
So, yes, well, you're welcome. So, what role does the mindset play in achieving the long-term goals now through seasons, as you mentioned, and how can I cultivate a positive one? Now, for me, I don't know, like I'm telling you about myself, probably I'm going to surround myself with positive energy, but is this the right way, or should I, you know, look for another way to stay positive?
That's one way, if you have a really good support system with people who are like positive and motivating to a certain extent, because positivity also can turn into toxicity at one point. However, I feel that the mindset, the most important mindset is knowing that to achieve a long-term vision, it takes dedication, it takes patience, it takes reflection, it takes a lot of determination to actually achieve a long-term vision or a long-term goal, because with the emergence of like social media and our attention span is getting smaller and smaller, we always want instant gratification, you know, we want quick wins.
Yes.
But life doesn't, shortcuts and quick wins. Life doesn't always work that way. Yes, quick wins are really important, but for long-term vision and long-term goals, you need that patience. You need to work on yourself. You need to really see the journey instead of just focusing on the end goal. So the mindset of like patience and adaptability, resiliency, these are really important. And I emphasize on the importance of perspective shifts. If something did not go as, you know, as planned or as expected, don't take it as a failure, don't take it as a setback, take it as information, it's an input. What can you do about it? How can you move forward from it? So it's about what's next. This happened, okay, what's next? What can I do about it? Instead of getting stuck in that rabbit hole or in that zone where I'm self-sabotaging, I'm blaming other people, I'm blaming circumstances, I'm blaming life. And, you know, let go of that mindset, let go of that perspective, and take whatever happens, whatever you face as input, and ask yourself, what am I going to do about it? So that's, I think, a very important mindset for people to adopt.
All right, fair as well. And now I'm going to listen to your advice now.
Okay.
We take it slow, right?
Sure.
But like, how often should I review and adjust my goals to stay on track without feeling overwhelmed?
I'm a go with the flow kind of girl. So there is no set rule for how long or how frequent you need to review your goals or review your vision or long-term vision. So if you feel that you're someone who needs weekly accountability or a monthly accountability or a quarterly review, go ahead, do that. If you feel like you need to reflect daily, do that. If you are more of a, let's give these goals 6 months and then I just have a reflection of after six months. For me, it's a continuous process where it's always happening in the background. So daily, as I walk through life, as I face life, and I'm always adjusting and reflecting and pivoting and shifting and changing and enhancing and aligning. So it's, for me, personally, it's a continuous process. So whenever I feel that I have shifted or I fell off track, there's something missing or changing or not satisfying, then I stop and I reflect and I see what I can change about it. That could be daily, that could be weekly or monthly, whatever. So there is no set rule. And again, I feel a lot of the New Year resolutions and goals and etc. have a lot of stigma and things that are set in stone. People feel the pressure and they need to follow certain timelines, a certain process and method. For me, I believe every individual is different and every journey is different. So whatever might work for me might not work for you, might not work for other people.
So it's up to me to decide when to pause, when to rethink about it and adjust and go with it.
Sure. So as I told you, for me, it's a continuous process. It's a daily process. For some people, I know some people do quarterly review. I'm not a big fan of that. Personally, not that there is anything wrong with it, but it works for some people. Then go ahead. Some people need external accountability, and some people have that internal accountability within themselves. So they do not need that review because they're always adjusting. They're always aligning, and that's also, you know, beautiful and true.
And it's part of the way or the journey. All right, fair. Now let's talk about the techniques that can help me break down big goals into manageable, actionable steps.
That needs a setting. So sit down.
So first of all, I set the goal.
Yeah. Have your goals, your intentions, I like to call them. Set the intention or set the goal or the vision. And then ask yourself, I like to draw it as a chart. So for example, if I want, the easiest thing, for example, I want to lose this amount of weight.
All right.
So I need to do a lot of things, maybe sign up for a gym, sign up for a diet company, for example, for food, or I want to prepare food at home. So there is groceries, there is, you know, actually talking to the gym for signing the membership, and then maybe preparing the clothes and everything. So keep asking yourself, what is a smaller task than the one before, until you reach a task that you cannot break down further. So it's a very small step you can do in one day, or in, you know, in a very short amount of time. So something you can do today to move you forward to that goal. Could be just, you know, talking to or scrolling different companies for diet food, or different comparing different memberships in the gym.
Gyms, different clothes, different supplements, and
so
all these kind of things.
Don't overwhelm yourself with starting everything at once. Try to break it down. And even with that example I just mentioned, personally, if I was in that situation, I would even go further, or you know, beyond that, and ask myself what mindset I need to shift in order to then start the journey of losing weight or fitness, etc. So it starts with the mind, like a thought or a perspective I need to adopt, and then I can move forward with that goal. So it can be as small, asking yourself, can this be broken further? If it can, then go ahead, until you cannot break those tasks, you know, any further.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't want you to judge me on that, but should I, like some people look at the reward to motivate themselves for whatever you know, field. So is that a good reason for us to you know, keep going, to look at the reward, the last thing, that there will be a result? Yeah. This is going to be my motivation to continue, instead of the, you know, keeping adjusting and looking at the goals and everything. And
that's 50% of the formula. So there are two types of motivations, extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation. So basically, motivation that comes from the outside, a reward system, people, promotion, money, certain feeling, whatever. Or internal motivation, so you're motivating yourself by yourself because the goal you've set for yourself is giving you a certain feeling or emotion, or you want to reach a certain internal state. And first and foremost, your why is your biggest motivator. What do I mean by that? Is behind every goal you set, you need to be clear about why is that a goal of yours. So your why is the thing that will keep you moving forward. And the thing that will bring you back on track whenever you fall off. It's not the reward, it's not the people, it's not the money, it's not whatever external, because that comes and goes. It can be available one day and it can, you know, vanish the next day. But if you really are certain and clear about your why, and you really have that connection with your why, whenever, and why do people actually fall off track? Because they forget their why. Okay. Then when they remember their why, they have the motivation.
I actually remembered the saying that whenever you quit, remember why you started.
Exactly.
So this is the why that we're looking for.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, well, fair enough. I guess we've got more to talk about, but for now, I guess we will take a quick break for a report, and then we'll be back. Welcome back, dear viewers, and we hope that you're enjoying your time so far here with us on KTV2, the family channel. And right now, we are still with our guest, Danah Alkhashan, self-mastery coach, to talk about the New Year resolution and everything that we can do to improve ourselves. So, are you prepared and ready for the next row of questions?
Let's go.
Yes, let's get it. All right, so let's talk about like how can I build habits that support my resolutions and make success more sustainable for me?
We've talked extensively about the importance of the why. And to really have that why alive in you, you need to build habits of self-reflection. For me, self-reflection looks like sometimes sitting in the quiet, in silence, meditating, reflecting, walking in nature. For some people love journaling. Any practices that help you slow down, pause, disconnect from the outside noise, and really connect inward and reconnect with your why. So self-reflection is one of the key practices I believe people need to adopt in order to sustain any change or sustain any success or beyond that. Because that self-reflection practice is what's going to help you notice the signs or notice what life is throwing through you.
At you. And then
And
through
you
that,
then, yeah.
these signs, you know.
Exactly.
How to deal
If you're on the right path, if things are aligning, or if things needs to change. If I'm satisfied or not. If I'm following my values or I'm not. So if, even in relationships, if I'm really in the right relationship, or is there some toxic behaviors or toxic mindsets and I need to find a different circle or find a different community or support system. So self-reflection is key. And that can look like even like 1-2 minutes of just closing your eyes and breathing, connecting with your breath. Often people get lost in the fast-paced world. So we're working, some of them, morning to afternoon, some of them till evenings. And society and life is very demanding at this age. So it's really powerful to have those moments throughout the day where you can just shut yourself from the outside world and reconnect with yourself. Because I truly believe if you are able to, as we were saying, like cut through the mistakes instead of diving into a toxic relationship for months or years, or being in a community that is not supporting but is harming you or damaging you or sabotaging you, or being in a work environment where you are you hate yourself in that work environment and it's not really aligning with your values and your long-term vision. You need to be able to change as early as possible.
This is the moment for you to start the
Exactly.
change. When you get that sign, when you're
Absolutely.
not satisfied with what you're doing, in the wrong place, surrounded by the wrong people, surrounded by the wrong energy, this is the time.
Absolutely. And to be able to achieve that, you need to have self-reflection practices, those poses throughout the day that can help you readjust and realign as you move through. Other things I would say, mindset. So mindset is key, and what do I mean by mindset is the things you believe about yourself, about others, and about life. So whatever thoughts or beliefs you have that do not serve you, do not serve the current version of you or your current intentions, goals, and vision, you need to adopt new mindsets. Change that story in your head. It's that habit of catching your mind taking you in dark places, And again, for me, that is achievable if you have self-reflection practices. So these two go together as well. So mindsets. And a third thing I would say, cultivating emotional resiliency and emotional intelligence. Your emotions are signs, they are messengers, they are here to tell you something, and you need to listen. I know there is a lot of stigma or sensitivity around the topic of emotions, especially with men, but we're humans. It's a gift to feel, it's a gift to have emotions. We need to use those emotions in our favor. And we really need to connect with our internal state, with our emotions, because these are the signs. If you feel that ache, you know there's something wrong. If you feel that urge and excitement and openness and expansiveness in the body, that's also a sign.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going. Again, this is also going to be connected to self-reflection practices and pausing. If you can pause, you can listen to your internal state and you can be connected to it. If you're always moving, always doing, always thinking, always jumping from one place to another, from one task to another, you won't have that space, internal space and external space, to really understand where are you currently in life. What's your state? Are you aligned or not? How is your mental state? How is your emotional state? And then, are you on the path or not? So, self-reflection practices, your mentality, your mindset, and emotional intelligence. These are key. If you worked on these, I feel everything else will fall into place. You will feel success not when you achieve something or not when you reach something or get rewarded or anything, but you will feel success when you have that internal feeling that I am aligning with the version I want to be, and I'm living life one moment at a time. Success, happiness, you know, all those beautiful emotions that we aspire to reach. Behind every goal, there is an emotion.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
These emotions lie in the now, in the present moment. It's not there. It's not when. It's not, you know, somewhere in the future or sometime in the future, but it's here and now, and it's accessible. Once you reach that mindset and have that mentality and emotional state that is aligning with your mentality, so there's a connection between the mind and the body, that's your real success. When you're moving in alignment, where you're moving based on your values, and you are actually enjoying the current moment, which is all we have. We don't know what's happening, you know, the next moments, tomorrow.
You have to do whatever you have to do
You
today.
have now. You have now. So feel content in the now. Feel the joy, the success, the love, the gratitude, everything. Feel it in the now. So again, all of these beautiful things can be achieved if you created space within you from pausing and reflecting.
That's really nice. I really enjoyed the way you mentioned. I hope that dear viewers are taking notes, right?
I hope so.
Yes, definitely. It's very important for us to you know, to get to know more about ourselves, and the self-reflection part is just amazing. The way you think of it, and then you know, apply it to your daily routine is very important. And now, I guess, since we have reached almost the end of this interview, I really would like you to you know, look at the camera and tell the people something before you know, concluding this wonderful interview. All right. Is that my camera? Yes, this is your camera. All right. So, since we're talking about New Year resolutions, and I really want to say that your New Year doesn't have to be now. It doesn't have to start on the 1st of January. It doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to follow the trends or follow a certain timeline or follow whatever someone else is doing. You can start whatever you can. You can start today, you can start tomorrow, you can start in 2 months. Definitely. Choose your starting point. Yes. And then just have that, you know, blinders on and move on your path. And then move on. Well, thank you so much, Danah, for being part of this interview. Anyway, for now, we will take this really quick break, and then we'll be back for more, dear viewers. Thank you so much for being part of this episode. Thank you.